friends riding with me used to drive them nutty. Going along, and all of a sudden I'd back off the gas. I might even put on the brakes. Wow, look at her! And they snap their heads around. What? Where? Then they realize, oh damn, it's a horse. Shouldn't say that unless it's some girl in a bikini.
That's the horse up there, George. There's the horse up there on the right.
Ah. You tell if it's male or female.
I can't tell anything from this distance.
In a trailer home in the backwoods of Missouri live 4 zoophiles. They are united by their love of animals, a love which is both emotional and physical.
Zoophilia is love of animals. I love my animal dearly. Sex is an option. You know, I don't have to have it all the time. It's something I enjoy very much. It's something I would miss if it were gone. But it's not a necessity. It's not just about sex.
No, not that piece of garbage.
I've got a male and female dog, and I've got my female donkey. And with my dogs, I'm as close with my 2 dogs as I am with my girlfriend. I'd be just as upset to lose either of those as I would be to lose my girlfriend.
Mark, who owns the trailer, lives with Pixel. He is partially blind.
Pixel, looky here. Yeah.
The 2 got married in an unofficial ceremony 5 years ago.
I love Pixel. She's gorgeous. My God, that's a beautiful little pony. She's sweet. She's loving. I'm very proud of her, and I like to be able to tell people how wonderful she is.
Be careful, Sandy. This is Pixel's territory.
I've paid a price for this lifestyle. I've had to face up to some friends that just couldn't handle it and say, okay, well, you know, I hate to lose you as a friend, but I understand. I'm sure that I see my children much more often than I do. They claim they're okay with it, and I think they are, but they don't really want to talk about it. Don't like to be reminded of it too much. They understand it's a part of me.
What Mark and his friends do is illegal in 2/3 of America. They've chosen to live here, in Missouri, because it's not against the law in this state.
Zoophilia. Zoophilia is one of the 40-odd paraphilias. And para means beyond the usual, and philia means love. These conditions used to be called the perversions, and on the street they're called kinky sex.
Zoophilia is, according to the dictionary, is really love for animals. But usually people, when they talk about zoophilia, they talk about people who are in love or have an emotional connection with their animals, and they also have sex with their animals.
In an age in which we've confronted so many sexual taboos, zoophilia continues to strike a deep chord of revulsion. We regard it as abusive and defiling. But our hostility does not drive zoophilia away, just underground. This film tries to understand how and why people become zoophiles, and to explore the reasons that we ridicule and condemn them.
Today on Springer.
Well, you know, there's been all this controversy about all the fights. Well, today we have a love story.
A Springer Show exclusive.
The Jerry Springer Show leapt at Mark's offer to be the first zoophile to speak publicly about his lifestyle. He believed that any exposure was good exposure, even if it meant appearing on America's most notorious confessional talk show.
I married a horse. Today on Springer.
As soon as the audience saw what was coming up, welcome his wife, and here comes a pony. Well, it was in the fan then. They just went crazy.
I loved it.
Jerry, well, at one point he says, I think I'm going to vomit. If I'd been faster on my feet, I would have replied, hey, it's your show, go ahead.
This is pretty sick, isn't it?
America never got to see Mark. The show was pulled before transmission, judged too controversial, even for Springer.
What do you mean? Hey.
The program was viewed by a number of management personnel and the people who were in the master control area. I think that the response from some of the people was one of absolute hysteria about the subject matter.
Well, when I watched it, it was just hard to believe, that people just, couldn't believe it,
I felt like this is a subject matter that really has no reason to be on television from a personal standpoint. I found the show to be the type of show that, personally, I find the subject matter offensive.
Although the Springer Show was never seen here, in the small Midwestern town where Mark lives, rumor and gossip soon spread.
I just heard that he's married to his horse and sleeps with his horse and several animals or whatever.
We were told that he had sex with his horse and with his donkey.
What they do is their own business. That's the way I look at it. Because I've done bad things before in my life, too, but no, I've done just about like President Clinton.
There's a lot of mixed comments about it, and there was even some that got thrown our way from what we do about certain things to certain animals, but there's two terms there, and we do the other term.
Of mounting.
Of mounting, or stuffing.
To most of the world, we're a joke. We're jokes, barnyard humor, the country hick, and, we're not even on the radar screen. We're not even most people's thinking.
Oh, Red Dog's coming up this way.
Oh, yeah?
Mark and Tom spend hours each day on the internet, talking to other zoophiles around the world.
The trucker stopped here a couple months.
Everyone here first got in touch with Mark through the net.
The internet, I think, has been of major importance in the forming of anything that could be described as a zoo community. Before that, contact with other zoos was extremely difficult. Your best friend could be boffing the beef on the side, and you'd never know he was a zoo unless he told you.
No one has a clear idea how many zoophiles there are. The only published data is by Alfred Kinsey, the American sexologist. His survey in the 1950s, which many now consider unreliable, only looked at bestiality, that is, one-off acts of sexual contact with animals. He did not consider zoophilia, which involves a strong, lifelong attraction. He reported that perhaps as many as 1 in 3 boys in rural areas had sexually experimented with animals.